What is up, Coin on the Cob Nation? I'm your host, Zechariah, once again. Welcome back to episode 25 of the Coinflip podcast. With us today, once again, we have the one and only Pearcey.
Pearcey, or also known as Lockyer69 on Twitter, if you want to follow me.
Also known as the normie fucker, if you want to follow him.
Love the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, best show in the fucking world, you know what I mean?
Oh, man. So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I recently had something stooge me that pissed me off so fucking much.
Oh, you're talking about...
Remember, so there's this convention you can go to in Sydney, all anime and shit, so I wasn't really keen. But remember Supernova?
Oh, Supernova.
I was keen to go because I'm like, hey, you can get some pretty cool retro game shit, and I occasionally like collecting that.
Yeah.
So, you know, far be it from me to judge the quality of a convention based on the fact that there's anime and shit everywhere, and I know you love that shit, Piercy, but
jizz
still...
off to anime. What are you talking about,
I
man?
definitely
you love
fucking
it.
don't. But
you
like,
absolutely do.
Because my brother brought home a controller, and it's like, oh, this looks so fucking cool. So I did that, right? I went
Was
to
this the fake one?
We went to, we went to
fake.
Supernova. I'll get to that. Me, Justin, and Pearson, we all went to Supernova. There was anime everywhere, so, you know, we're having a bit of an anime nosebleed, you know what I mean?
Bit of a gay time, yeah.
Oh, a bit of that. But, the fucking stupid mic. The thing was, I found a copy of Super Smash Bros. N64, which if you play Super Smash Bros, it's fucking awesome. But this was an original Nintendo 64, very good condition copy of Super Smash Bros. I paid $90 for it.
Well, you know what? When you're going to a place like Supernova, you're going to expect that you're going to be spending a lot more than...
Yeah, but I assumed it was just like furries and fucking anime people everywhere, like all these weeaboos and shit. But no, the game corner was pretty cool. I bought a Rumble Pack, that works fine.
Yeah.
But the fucking thing is, this copy of Super Smash Bros. I bought for $90 is fake.
And that's the kind of stuff that you should be asking them. You should have asked them.
Well, wait, are you selling a fake item?
No,
nah, man,
no,
they're obviously
but
gonna lie. Oh, dude, all these stooges and the porn star guys, they're obviously gonna lie. Like, they want you to sell it. Have you seen the show Porn Stars?
Yes, I have seen it, okay? I watch it on a daily basis.
I should have offered him 700, then brought it to 800. No, instead I did 800, brought it up to 900. You know, all that shit. And I like that show. It's interesting to see the culture and how they, like, not necessarily swindle people.
But if you're smart, you'll ask questions before you buy something, okay?
In terms of this.
I do it all the time. Like, if I'm going to buy something, I will make sure that I know what I'm buying.
Alright, but in fairness... It looks so legit. You saw it. I still have it.
Yeah, it did. It did look like it was in good condition.
I'm going to, like, Bob Odenkirk this. I'm going to swindle someone else to piss them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did this, right? And how did I know it was fake? Well, first of all, it wouldn't fit in my fucking console.
Well, yeah.
I didn't think it was fake because of that. I'm like, oh, this is so disappointing. I thought it was just an American copy. Yeah. It was. You know, the PAL PEGI rating system, ours is, you know, predominantly G, PG, M, MA, then R, right? Mm-hmm. Theirs is different. They have some PEGI, no, not PEGI bullshit, all this weird stuff, PAL. Their system's a bit different. Their fucking rating system works a bit differently, right? So, you know, I go with that knowledge, and I try to fucking take it to my local pawn shop, because I'm more or less very friendly with the guy who owns the place, right?
Yeah.
So I take it down to him, and he's like, oh yeah, come back X amount of days, see what the fuck's happening, and I'll sort you out, mate, because it looked in really good condition, and... So I brought it to a different guy who was working the next shift the next day, and he's like, yeah, man, this is fake. I'm like, what? First of all, it's American. Now I find out it's fake. Top of that, I paid fucking $90 at a weeaboo convention to get it.
Hey, but don't diss America, okay? Just because it's fake.
Alright. Why the fuck is he selling an American fake copy of a fucking awesome game for $90 in Australia?
I don't know.
What a douchebag. If I see that fucking idiot ripping his nuts off. I hate that cunt. Better not see him again. He better not be at the next weeaboo convention that we... you know, probably won't go to. But, you know, still, that's fuck. $90, fake and American. I was thinking of smashing it, but I'm like, what if I can swindle someone else with it? Like, I'll eBay it, whatever. But fuck me, man. That is so disappointing. Something that I thought was going to be so cool. 2 floors.
Oh, it's still cool.
Fucking a different country, and of course N64's retarded, so they decided to region lock it, which pisses me off.
It's still an awesome game, you just can't play it.
Yeah, but I can't play it, and it's fake. The guy was like, there's a few indicators. You can buy tools and stuff that I guess a lot of porn stars and game collectors do. Porn is in P-A-W-N, you dirty motherfuckers. Yeah. But yeah, so the little N64 symbol on the back of it, tiny symbol, is like a different shape or differently tinted or something. Yeah. That was one of the indicators. Another one was that the PAL or the PEGI rating on the back was upside down.
How are these people getting... That's the thing, though. There are so many people who are getting away with this kind of thing as well.
I know, it pisses me off. Like, I thought it was so cool, and the guy's like, yeah, sorry, mate, I'm afraid you got swindled. I'm like, for fuck's sake. So, not only do I not have a copy of the original fucking Smash Bros, but it cost me $90. I got set back $90 because I'm a fucking idiot, and I should have like known better to buy. I'm never buying shit at a convention again unless I fucking ask.
The only thing I would ever buy at a convention would be pop vinyls because I know that there's no way
I fucking hate pop vinyls.
There's no way I'm gonna get screwed over.
Bro, you like Minions, you like the Big Bang Theory, you like pop vinyls.
Minions I don't like.
Normie!
I think Minions are funny. I don't like.
They're not funny.
I don't like Minions. I just think they're very hilarious.
Not funny
when they do those little ads and stuff.
No,
like
they're so.
Alright,
you gotta admit. Cancer. Yeah, but you gotta admit that is so obnoxious. Banana, fucking French toast.
So
I don't know.
So what? Who said anything about French toast?
I mean,
you just jumped straight from Minions
stupid.
to French toast.
I fucking hate Minions, man.
But Minions, and this is the thing though. The reason Minions sell so well is because they apply to a wider audience. You've got kids who love Minions.
So you got kids, retarded adults. I don't know.
Hey, even you see, there was. I remember when the third Despicable Me movie came out.
God.
The amount of adults that were in that preview screening was
the amount of normies in there.
Hey,
such as yourself.
Liking Minions does not make me a normie. It makes me abnormal, but it doesn't make me a normie.
Very fucking abnormal. What's abnormal that I like? Besides, I guess.
Well, you're a normie because you like Game of Thrones.
No. I can very easily criticize Game of Thrones. I can very easily sort of pick apart Game of Thrones. I don't love the series. It's far from fucking perfect.
Your room is like filled with Game of Thrones.
Well, it's only like 2 posters. But that doesn't fucking matter.
You got that sword?
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, where is it?
It's actually a dagger I bought
at
fucking
with it right now.
Paddy's Market. It's more of a letter opener, to be honest. I bought at Paddy's Market, which is this Asian market in Sydney. We can buy all this cool shit.
I think we all know what Paddy's Market is.
Well, yeah, but think about this, right? It's different to Supernova because you're not getting swindled by a game that costs you $90. It's a knife that you're not plugging in a knife to a console.
Yeah.
So it's not going to set you back shit. You like it. What you see is what you get. It's not the same with a fucking game. There's other shit like quality and region locks and all that shit, which I'm going to get into in a minute because it fucking pisses me off, region locks.
Oh, maybe you should just go on about it now because you look like you're going to explode.
But I just buy a little dagger there. I'm like, oh fuck, cool. So there's cool shit at Paddy's. It's all like.
I love Paddy's.
It's fucking great.
I've never had a bad purchase at Paddy's.
And that little Asian mall above it, this shit sells like the jelly penises and shit. Oh. And the Jolly Ranchers, the only place you can fucking get them in Australia, I swear to God.
Yeah. Well, hold on. There should be other places. There should
Name
be
one.
other places where you should be able to get them.
I swear, if I want Jolly Ranchers, besides eBay, that's the only place I know to get them. Fucking Paddy's Market.
Yeah, I just think that we need a place in the Illawarra.
Ding Dong Mall or whatever above it.
Ding Dong Mall?
Yeah, because it's Asian.
Oh, you're making a racist joke.
It's not wasted.
You just said ding dong and then you said Asian. So
you're boo-hoo. Does that imply that I hate Asians though?
You do.
No, I do not. I do not, okay?
You know what?
I just think Black Panther was shit.
What's that got to do with Asians? It's got nothing to do with Asians.
Shut up and laugh. It's different. But
I think
have you ever heard of Region Lock before?
Region Lock? No, I haven't.
Region Lock is where, let's say you buy a copy of what's a video game? Let's say you buy I guess we'll use N64. We'll buy Super Mario 64.
Okay.
I'll buy it from America. It's an American copy. It won't work on an Australian N64.
Okay, I understand that. Yeah.
So you buy a PS3 game from America. You buy, I don't know, Just Cause 2 on PS3, right?
Yeah.
That's a weird example.
Yeah,
but like you get it from Indonesia and you plug it into your Australian console or whatever. It won't work because it's an Indonesian disc. It won't work on a fucking Australian PS3 or whatever.
Yeah, I get that.
Same shit. I got that bullshit all the time with the fucking GameCube.
That's just the way it works.
I got American Sunshine. It wouldn't work on a fucking Australian GameCube, and it pissed. Yeah, but they should tell you this. Like, why can't everything just be universal?
Yeah. I agree with that.
I think the PS4 is universal. There's shit like that, but like, come on, man, that's so annoying. Like the SNES and all that. That's all not for the most part region locked. This is like the Famicom or whatever, one of the types that's just, different.
But it's not just N64. It's with every single console. If you buy a game over in an overseas country, you can't then play it in.
That's fucking annoying, though.
It is, but we can't do much about it.
Sometimes you can only get the US or English version of a game from a fucking Asian country because it's so rare.
I hated when I went to Japan and I played Super Mario. I bought like a Super Mario's on Nintendo 64. And it didn't have... None of them spoke in English. It was all bloody Japanese. And I was like, oh my god.
Well, I'm fine with playing it.
Can I get a translator or an interpreter over here? It was just
mainly the gameplay I'm after, but fucking whatever. And you know what the fucking most annoying thing ever is? If you think about this stupid copy of fucking Smash Bros that I bought...
Yeah.
That is region locked. A PAL... Peggy... I'm just going to stop saying it because I probably sound like an idiot and I'm butchering it. But the American version is Smash Bros. It literally has 2 tins at the back that are too small. They won't fit in the Australian N64. Alright? Because Australian N64 has something that plugs into it when you put the cartridge in the actual N64 slot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of, interestingly enough, a lot of fucking consoles, what do they use? They use discs for their games. Discs. What did they used to use? Cartridges.
Yes.
But, with the Nintendo Switch, they just kind of went back to tiny cartridges.
Yeah.
I can see why they did it.
Well, a lot of the first consoles, like you look at PSP, they use discs.
Yeah, but theirs one was so weird. It was like a disc in like a shell.
Yeah.
And then the PS Vita, correct me if I'm wrong, they went back to cartridges.
I never owned a PS Vita.
I think Justin has one, but I can't be fucked. Yeah, the PSP had that. GameCube had a really tiny disc for no reason other than they wanted to be fucking different.
And then your DSs had their cartridges.
DSs had cartridges. 3DS had a slightly different cartridge.
Yeah.
So fucking that makes sense. And then, but PS3, Xbox, they all had discs, and then Switch. Wii came back to discs. Wii U had discs. Switch went back to fucking cartridges, which I can see why they do it, And that reason is because it's a portable console for for half of it anyway. You can play it on TV, obviously.
I hate it when I had a DS and there'd be dust stuck in the bottom of the cartridge and you have to blow on it.
Yeah.
Just to get it.
But they say that that's fucking bad for the cartridge apparently.
Yeah. Well, how is he supposed to bloody play it?
Well, apparently it messes with the shit inside. You're meant to get a Q-tip.
Okay.
Put some solution. I saw this on AVGN. It's probably not real.
That's way
I was
too
fucking
complicated.
13, but you get a Q-tip, spray some water or some shit on it, then rub it.
Yeah.
Apparently blowing on it makes it fuck around. It's like the same thing when you put a magnet on a computer. What's going to happen?
Why the fuck would you put a magnet on the computer?
I don't know, but I assume it's bad because it's magnetic. All the processing gets fucked up.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And that's why a lot of people are going digital now. What are people getting? Digital DVDs, digital copies of fucking TV shows, digital games,
But
which is very popular.
There are a fair few people who still watch
I like digital, but let me tell you this: I'm more of a physical man. That's why I got physical copies of fucking, whatever, Sonic Mania, fucking. Well, I got physical copies of Mario Odyssey instead of downloading it, even though it was arguably cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I bought that when it was $100, and I could have got it digitally for 80 something. But yeah, no, a lot of shit like that. I just prefer. I don't mind going an extra mile. Maybe we're in $1 or $2 for scratch protection, or just a physical copy in general because it's fucking so good.
Yeah,
it's so cool to just see that you are in this copy. It's not as impressive when it's look what I got in my digital library.
Yeah.
You know what else the digital library has? Viruses. I'm kidding, of course.
Do you know what we had before we had digital DVD players though? We had the
DVD
recorders.
Players.
No, we had the recorders. You had the tape. You stuck the tape.
You ask any not millennial, all the newer. The mid-millennials will call them. You ask them, they'll just be like, what the fuck's the DVD player? Do you have fucking Bluetooth?
If I had $1 coin for the amount of times I had to fix my grandmother's freaking DVD player, I'd be freaking rich. I'd be making more money than Donald Trump.
Yeah, Trumperini.
Jeez, I used to have my own portable DVD player before I had a DVD player. And I still have it. Yeah. And I don't understand what people did before DVD players. Well, obviously they had
they had video fucking players.
Video recorders where you'd actually record a movie that you wanted to watch on TV.
That would have been a pain in the ass. I remember we had a mate. Do you remember? I'll just say his first name. Do you remember Will?
Yes, I remember Will.
Don't say his last name. But...
I'm not going to say his last name, but I know the one you're talking about.
We went to see a movie. This was in fucking year 6. This is a while ago. This is 2011. Yeah. And then he actually took a tripod because he's a fucking idiot. And a shitty 2010 or 11 iPod and filmed a whole movie. I think we went to see, what was it? Back then it would have been X-Men First Class or something.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah, and he filmed the whole fucking thing on his iPod.
People do that in America.
But nobody caught us. I imagine the security's, if you went to Hoyts or any of the fucking cinemas we go to, I imagine the security's at least somewhat uptight.
Half the people at Hoyts are asleep anyway.
Our mate Gazza used to work there and he always did nothing but fucking complain about it. His customer was abusing me, his cunt was being annoying, people were spilling shit everywhere, people were being obnoxious. And I get that, especially on a Saturday or Friday night. Yeah. People are going on dates, there's gonna be families with their fucking crying children and shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, fuck you if you have a crying child in the theatre.
Oh, if I'm telling you now, you shouldn't be in the theatre if you have a kid who's going to be born.
There's nothing I hate more than crying children, to be honest.
Oh, we watched Incredibles 2.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
They weren't crying,
but it was annoying.
But it was to the point.
We went to see. I guess we didn't care about high class or whatever. We just wanted to see the movie because we came back from Sydney, went to Hooters. That was pretty funny.
But you'd seen it anyway.
I saw it once night, but I'd maybe I'll see it again and I'll like it more. And I did. I will always stand by the fact that watching a movie the second time, you will like it more. And while this movie is competent, it's a movie that I think Incredibles and I guess Pixar fans like you and I guess me to an extent can get down with. I would say that it's not amazing. It doesn't hold a candle to the first one, but it's no fucking Cars. It's no Cars 2.
I wouldn't say I'm a Pixar fan. I'd say
just we casually enjoy some of the movies.
Yeah, I mean, I like the storyline of the superheroes. I think it's sometimes.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to dox people, but for example, your ex-girlfriend who was fucking crazy about it.
Oh yeah.
But
the thing is though, with the Incredibles, they were the first superheroes that ever came onto the screen for me as a kid.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Before the Avengers.
Well, obviously you know about Superman and shit because they're iconic.
Yeah, but
these are the first ones where it's hey, this is a really fucking fun movie.
This was the first movie the first superhero movie that I was allowed to watch as a kid, because you're not going to take a 6-year-old to watch Superman Returns.
You're not going to watch fucking Watchmen.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hate that movie, honestly.
I think we're...
Zack Snyder's shit director. But yeah, here's the thing. When you go into a theater, because we went to this, it wasn't technically a shitty theater. We didn't buy shit.
It was a small theater. You know how
it was fucking tiny.
Yeah.
Parents with their fucking kids. The kids were walking around, going, making a bunch of stupid moaning noises. Yeah. Some of them were occasionally yelling, like, "Oh my god, it's elastic cock," or whatever.
I don't blame the kids. I blame the parents who can't control their kids. I blame the kids
for not being cunts. Like, maybe the parents want to sit down and watch the shit too, you know?
Yeah, but you should be able to control your parent.
Yeah.
Be able to control your kids.
It's just fucking annoying. Like, there's even those memes, the shit, I hate Facebook, but the memes on there is like, fucking, this is going to be a big people sitting of Incredibles 2. Don't bring kids or we'll fucking crucify you. You know that shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's fucking annoying.
But I felt really weird because we were like the only teenagers in that theatre.
No, there's a few others.
But... there were a few others I didn't really notice because I wasn't paying attention.
How do you feel about Incredibles 2 as a whole? Because that had some more or less big shoes to fill.
See, I was a bit disappointed. Like, not really. I loved it as a whole. I thought it was a great...
I thought it was pretty... okay.
The thing I loved about it most is that they began where it started off in the first movie that was made back in 2005, 2007?
2004.
2004. Okay, close enough.
The movie looks fucking great for its time.
Yeah.
And it looks great to, see them back, whatever.
But
everybody's happy to
if
see
you
them
have a
back.
look at the character's development, like Tony, who was the boy who fell in love with, who was...
He just fucking... They just repeat his story. It's like, Violet's... No, Violet's trying to ask him out again or some shit.
Look what he looks like in the first one, then look what he looks like now.
Or I more or less think that it looks better because back then, 2004, this is 14 years later, right?
Yeah.
Computer-generated shit has gotten so much better.
Yeah.
Like, if you compare something like, original reboot which was in the 90s, to something like fucking... Incredibles 2004 to Incredibles 2 2018, which is 14 years later. You're going to get a jump in quality.
I swear Mr. Incredible had gotten fat. I reckon he's put on at least...
you know what annoys the fuck out of me? And more or less they sound the same. Elastigirl sounds the same without having that slight every time she talks. Like, come on, bub, we got to stop them. That shit. But like, Mr. Incredible, because...
She didn't have a lisp.
No, not lisp, but you watch it and you'll understand, right?
Yeah.
Who plays Mr. Incredible? It's not Brad... No, Brad Bird doesn't play...
No, you're right. It is Brad Bird.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm searching this up right now, but Mr. Incredible...
I cannot think of the actor's name. I know who he is, but I just can't think of...
Mr. Incredible voice actor. Here we are. It is...
No, Craig Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson, right? And look at his age. He's like fucking 65. I stand corrected. That's 9 years later. He's 74 years old.
Yeah.
Now, I understand. Back when Incredibles 1 was filmed, he would have been 60, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he sound more or less like a middle-aged man, but that, because he's voice actor... Even though it's just supposed to take a few minutes.
Yeah.
A few minutes, fucking... I'm slurring my words, sorry, I had a big day. A few minutes after Incredibles 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
He suddenly sounds like 20 years older. He sounds like a fucking old man in this.
Yeah.
This is exactly what YMS pointed out. And why I don't
of technology.
agree with like a lot of his stuff. It's like, fucking... 14 years is a long time for a voice actor. And because he's so old now, Mr. Incredible just sounds like a fucking old idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I like the way they did it. You can tell that they've obviously done
Jack
something.
is fucking annoying.
Oh, Jack. He was funny. Jack was funny.
Oh, he had a raccoon fight, and I thought that was like...
Oh, that had it for me. I was in stitches, but I didn't want to laugh.
I thought it was good, but it's like the most... kid entertaining fight ever.
What is he meant to fight? A friggin' dragon?
I don't know. I think that was perfect for him to fight. It's a little gag for him on the poster.
I mean...
But I just hate how they ran baby Jack is cute. They ran that gag to the ground so quickly.
He bloody wrecked Syndrome in the first one, and now he's wrecked a
fucking Syndrome! Yeah, they did actually, but fucking... His power is like fucking anything, right?
Did you realise that the voice of Syndrome is Jason Earl?
Yeah.
I did not realise that until...
I didn't either, to be honest. I had to actually search it the other day. I'm like, holy fuck, I didn't know this.
You know how you know you listen to you watch a cartoon like that and you know the voice, but you can't match the voice with the face.
I get that all the fucking time. Like, fun bit of trivia that you may or may not care about. Two actors from fucking Better Call Saul, Bob Odenkirk, actually plays... the brother of the main villain... spoiler alert. The brother... I'll bleep it.
Put my fingers in my ears.
I'll bleep it, cunt. The brother of, what's his face? Fucking... The brother guy who owns this company.
Yes, I know
There's a brother... There's two new characters... a few new characters in the film. None of them really explored well, besides void who's not explored at all, actually.
Yeah.
But, there's this brother guy. He's voiced by Bob Odenkirk. He's like, let's bring back superheroes. He has that really distinctive voice.
Yes.
It sounds so 60s, man.
Yeah,
That's actually fucking Jimmy McGill.
Well, do we know where it's like? Where is Incredibles? Like, is it?
Oh, it's set in the 60s. Amazing.
It's set in the 60s, so
which it does not fucking look like it at times. You know, the cars they drive and all that shit, and you know.
Oh yeah, and Elastic Girl's friggin'
Yeah.
a motorcycle that ends up flying.
No, I like a lot of that shit, to be honest. But you know, there's also who was it? The guy who plays. I can't picture them. Oh yeah, the guy who actually plays in Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. He plays Mike Ehrmantraut.
So I'm just trying to refresh my mind of Breaking Bad.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, cunts. I'm just.
You really can't spell. And you did.
How the fuck do you spell? Shut up.
And
how the fuck is described to me right now? How do you spell Ehrmantraut? Try.
It's not me who's trying to spell it. You're the one who's trying to spell it.
Mike Ehrmantraut. Yeah, but he's played by Jonathan Banks, right?
Yeah.
He plays, Dick, sorry, the guy who erases Tony's memory and shit.
Yes.
And he was in the first one too. He was briefly in this. I didn't care about him. He was boring.
Did you just relate this back to Marvel?
No.
Triggered.
No, I'm just saying. All right, but yeah, it was more or less pretty cool to see a lot of them sound. He sounded the same. He's fine. Like he's a perfect actor. I think that Jonathan Banks is fucking great. So that's two Better Call Saul actors. But I don't care about just because actors I like are in it, just because characters I like are in it, doesn't make it a good movie. But this movie is competent and it's a fun crowd pleaser. It's a solid 6, maybe 7 out of 10. I still haven't decided. I'll probably make a review, to be honest.
Can I ask you a question though, Liam?
What's that?
What is the difference between a voice actor and an actor who...
Oh, an actor... Well, I suppose it's rather vague in terms of... How do I describe this? But let's put it basically, right? An actual actor, like let's say...
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Danny fucking DeVito.
Yeah.
Or I guess Robert Downey Jr. playing... I've got to stop saying but yeah.
Starting to stutter like
Yeah,
this.
Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man. You see him on screen. That's the actual actor. That's what he looks like. He may have some makeup. They may digitally de-age them like they do sometimes in certain movies if the actor's too old, too young, or fucking dead. But you see Robert Downey Jr. on screen. He makes Iron Man. He portrays the character very well. I have my opinions on him. Whatever. You see, who's a good one? All right, you see someone like Elijah Woods who plays Frodo. You know what he looks like. He's literally on screen. He's acting. They have to film it. With voice acting, it's computer generated and they add the voices afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not bad at all. Animated films can be very good. They can be very well done. You know?
One of my favourite voice actors is probably Steve Carell. When he does Gru
Don't say Gru. Fucking
in Despicable
kill me.
No, he does a really good job because Gru has this real thick European accent. Is it Hungarian? No.
I can't fucking tell, to be honest. I
don't know what it is.
I'm so bad at Hungarian.
Because it's a mixture between German,
Scandinavian to an extent.
It's got that kind of vibe to it.
Scandinavian European.
I will be the strongest villain to ever... Like that kind of...
Hey, Dave, suck my dick. He sounds like a retarded vampire.
Yeah, no, he's...
high on Rogaine or some
something
shit.
about it. I don't know how to even explain it, but...
yeah, but... Sorry, you finish.
I would prefer to be a voice actor than to be an actor on stage.
I prefer... Voice actors wouldn't get as much work, but yeah, I'd imagine that's pretty cool. Like, who's a famous voice actor in the video game industry? You know, we got people like Nolan North.
Yes.
He's known for quite a few things. Troy Baker. What's the cunt's name? Who does a lot of Telltale shit?
Mate, you're the one.
Like Laura Bailey. You know, all those people.
Yeah.
They are known for doing quite a number of voices, you know? They have a very wide pool. Like, for example, even Bill Nye, he'll voice the speaker from Destiny. And he's an actual actor. Well, I think that he's an idiot in real life, even though he's a scientist. Like, can I just say, there's a difference between scientists, as in real scientists, and entertainer scientists.
Yeah.
Bill Nye is not particularly the smartest fucking man in the world. I saw a stupid article the other day. I'm like, no. Like, he said some stupid shit last year, which made me cringe so hard. Like, why are you pandering like this? You're meant to be a smart guy, cunt. And I understand he has to deal with a lot of idiots. Like, there's no such thing as global warming and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more or less fun to see him doing all this shit. I've got to stop saying one thing. I've got to stop saying two things. I've got to stop saying. And Because,
We all do it, man. You're not the only one.
I've just noticed something.
I'm very guilty of doing that because if I can't think of something to say, I'll just go, Sounds like an Allianz insurance ad. Yeah. I just did it again. But the thing I love about voice acting is pretty much you spend about 12 hours sitting in the studio reading lines and just recording it back and forth.
Well, this is a weird comparison, but have you seen the episode of The Simpsons where, like, Milhouse becomes famous? He plays Fallout Boy or whatever.
Oh, yes, the movie.
And he's hating
Simpsons
it because
movie.
it's like, I had to get up at this time and do all this shit. When you're a kid, you're like, yeah, I want to be an actor, I want to play a superhero, that'd be the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Holland, I imagine he had to do that shit, but he's not too young, I suppose.
Oh.
So you get up and it's like, think about the actual magic, in inverted commas, of acting.
Yeah.
Physically, I mean, not voice acting. I imagine that's quite different. I've seen it firsthand, to be honest, but I'll get into that later.
Yeah.
And so the thing about something like that is, yeah, you have to rehearse scene after scene after scene. You have to know your lines like the back of your fucking hand.
Yeah.
The directors have to make sure the shots are perfect. Everything's lined perfectly. It's well lit. Your voice is direct. They want you in a certain accent or draw that you are. And this leads to some shit. Like if you search, I don't know, the Mega Man 8, which is pretty infamous for having the fucking worst voice acting in the world.
Is that Mega Man there?
Yep. Yeah, try and beat it. Yeah, I'm holding an 8-bit Mega Man right now. I'm not even fucking lying.
Oh,
Who likes that?
Mega Man's...
I got it for free.
He's retro. He is the definition of a retro video game character.
Yeah, I fucking love Mega Man, the classics. And in fact, you know what you should buy? You should buy the Mega Man Legacy Collection. It's out. PS4 came out a year or two ago. It's great.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
They're even rebooting it. It's not 8-bit style anymore, which I like because I don't want to play it safe for the fucking second time.
How much did you pay for that Mega Man again?
I got it for free.
You got it for free?
EB Rewards card.
I was going to say, I didn't want you to get...
EB Games is the equivalent of GameStop in America. I think they're the same parent company.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it for free because I'm like level 2 or some shit. I should be level 3 by now.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
You get heaps of free shit from places, like
Yeah.
especially EB Games, especially if you've been like a lifelong member.
Oh, yeah. All that shit, like the benefits, more or less.
Mm.
Anyway, they are making Mega Man 11, which is a return to the classic series with some new elements that I'm pretty excited for. I'm definitely getting it. Fuck yeah. The voice acting seems, for the most part, from what I've seen, good, but only time will tell when the game actually comes out. I'm looking forward to it this November. I'm keen. But the thing is, I feel like they only do this, and it's not less of a cash grab, it's more high demand because the fans of Capcom really wanted it. Yes, Capcom amazingly has fucking fans. Because they're such dickheads sometimes. Like, go play Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the most disappointing game of last year, in my opinion.
I remember when I rent... You know, remember when you could rent games from video stores? I remember I rented it out once and I played it and I was like...
It's so boring.
I just wasted $10 on this.
Yeah, like, the originals were so much better. I'm not being a hipster douche, sorry. The originals are actually better. But I feel like you only reboot stuff like that. You only reboot shit like that.
Yeah.
Not more or less for a cash grab, but because it's a recognizable property.
Some companies do it for a cash grab.
Oh yeah. But it's different. Sometimes, for example, what's a cash grab? Let's say, as much as I think the movie's kind of competent, How to Train Your Dragon 2, that is more or less a cash grab because they know the first one did well and they don't have to put much effort into the next one. Every fucking subsequent Call of Duty, but I'm not even going to touch that shit with a, shitty, pissy 6-foot pole. I'm not touching that shit. But, yeah, but then it can be different. Like Mega Man 11, they're doing it because the fans are demanding that Capcom make a new Mega Man game. It's in high demand. Like, it's like the lyrics to that Eminem song, backed by popular demand. I fucking hate Eminem, I'm just saying. But there's difference. Incredibles 2 wasn't made out of a cash grab, even though, some people like YMS, he's entitled to his opinion, say it might be a cash grab. But, as much as I like Your Movie Sucks, he brought up a lot of valid points, and in my opinion, stupid points in the video, but, that's my opinion,
well,
whatever.
With video games...
let me just finish. With Incredibles 2, it wasn't made out of cash grab. It wasn't made out of because the fans really... Well, it was to an extent the fans wanted a new Incredibles. Because Cars got fucking 3 movies before Incredibles got to one.
Look at the time between them. You had... The first one came out in 2001.
And you don't know the reason? It's not a cash grab. Brad Bird, who directed The Incredibles, who, did fine with Incredibles 2... I won't agree with him, but this is what he said. He said, I'll only do an Incredibles 2 if I have a really good idea for it.
Yeah. Do
you feel like The Incredibles 2 had a really good plot premise?
Okay, I feel like they...
It was like, what, make superheroes legal again.
Okay, but when
and I don't want to touch... Sorry,
I understand, like, the concept of it, but, like, I would prefer if they chose someone like Frozone.
Yeah. Or would you prefer maybe like a Frozone spin-off movie? Or
I would love that.
The Underminer being the villain. Hey, if you do a spin-off, there's a lot less pressure because you're not doing a sequel. People expect shit from a sequel. If you do a Frozone spin-off movie, I'm sure that'll make heaps, and they could actually come up with a decent idea from it. Because Disney seems to be a fucking cash cow at the moment.
And they don't even explain. They don't even beat the Underminer, so we don't know what happens to that.
Steals money and fucks off.
So we know that he's going to come back into that if they do make a third
one.
If they do make a third one,
all the video games and shit. just not canon then? I don't think Brad Bird would want to do another one, but I feel make another one. Why the fuck not? Expand the universe even more than it already has been with the second one, which didn't do much but introduced new characters to an extent, some that were forgettable, some that I kind of like.
Oh, the sister of the
Crusher guy was cool. You know, his power was like he could crush shit.
Yeah.
He like crushes Mr. Incredible at one point. The Void, she was okay.
Yeah.
The villain, Screenfucker, is one of the stupidest villains. Nobody's ever going to convince me that she's good. Screenslaver is an awful villain. I won't spoil the twist.
Who came up with that name, either? The Screenslaver.
I don't hate the name. It's kind of clever. Like Screensaver, Screenslaver. Like he hypnotizes people with his hypnotizing
I understand.
shit.
Like, I get like what kind of villain they were trying to go
her.
for.
Dun, dun, dun.
But like, oh man, if you're gonna come up with
I like the concept. It's just her
his
or her motivations don't make sense.
They should have stuck with the Underminer.
Skip 5 minutes into the podcast if you don't want a spoiler. 3, 2, 1, spoiler alert. The sister is the Screenslaver, right? She's not in costume after the Screenslaver, like, pizza guy is caught, right? But her motivations make no sense. Her brother wants to make superheroes legal again. She acts like it just to do what Elastigirl to do her bidding or some shit. Not really. But, like, her thing is like, hey, I'm mad and I want superheroes to be illegal. She's mad because her mother and father were killed by, like, a robber. And the robber was able to kill them because superheroes weren't there. The father and mother weren't able to contact the superheroes to come. But that's why superheroes were fucking illegal. So if you don't want that to happen to other people because you have a moral conscience, why would we not make them stay illegal? Why would we not want them to make it illegal so the same thing doesn't happen? Like he was going to call Gazerbeam or whatever. Yeah. And, you know, why the fuck not? Like, that's stupid motivation. Come on. I want to make superheroes illegal forever and give them an even worse reputation than they already had in the Incredibles universe or whatever. Because a robber killed my parents and they could have been saved if they, you know, weren't made illegal on the spot.
Kind of like the same kind of thing that Batman goes through. You know how Batman
Spoiler over.
Revenge on his parents. Refrains on.
Yeah, but Batman makes sense. You like Batman.
Yeah.
Batman's cool. Like, no one will ever convince me Batman's boring, even if a lot of actors have portrayed him in a very boring way in the past. Like, let's be honest. Some of them are absolutely fucking just annoying. For example, George Clooney, awful Batman, I can't stand him. Val Kilmer, worst Batman I've ever fucking seen.
I really can't.
You can't be fucked to talk about Batman. Honestly, I can't be either, to be honest. I just want to say.
He gives me the shits, George Clooney, because he just...
But Disney know what they're doing. The Incredibles 2 is a fine, competent movie, as I've said. But I don't think it's anything amazing.
You didn't see Tomorrowland, did you? That he was in?
Could have had so much better. What?
Tomorrowland, the one that George Clooney was in, it was a Disney film that was based on like this ideal world.
No.
Oh my god. See, I like George Clooney when he's not taking the role of an iconic superhero like Batman.
Well, you know what the worst movie I've seen all year is? And you might say Ready Player One. No, I changed my mind. Have you seen Disney's A Wrinkle in Time?
Oh, I saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, it's
I had to take my little cousin. It was shit. It was so bad. It's boring. Every scene is filler. Characters have pointless, like, well, not motivations, but pointless sort of scenes they're just doing. The scenes mean fucking nothing, and the gay Oprah characters are stupid. The wizards or whatever. I don't know what they fucking are. Pixies. Yeah. It was just a bad film, and I'll just touch on it. Disney, they either make gold, they either make trash, or they make jack shit. Okay? So for the most part, I feel like they could be doing a lot better with the properties they have. Instead of just, you know, rehashing the same shit. Like, hey, let's make... Well, they haven't made it. Moana 2 or... You know,
they will not make Moana 2.
Toy Story fucking 4.
Well, they are making Toy
Story.
Well,
maybe it'll be good, you know? Yeah. I don't think there's ever been a bad Toy Story film.
Then they're making Shrek Swamp Stories.
That's DreamWorks. Wait, what the fuck is... What?
It's called Swamp Stories.
Is it a new movie or a series?
It's coming out in 2019.
No.
So after Lion King and after...
Nah. Wait, they're making a fucking another Lion King.
Told ya.
Oh. It doesn't say Swamp Stories. But yeah, a new Shrek. Even though the last one... It's like, I think it was Nightmare on Elm Street. It might be one of the Jason Voorhees slasher movies. That is so bland, I can't even remember the fucking name.
See, they
call one of the movies the final chapter, and then there's a fucking another one after it. Like, okay, so is this the actual final chapter?
That's a bit contradicting.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I know. But like... Are they making a new Jason or Freddy movie or some shit? I hope the audio doesn't sound like AIDS like I do with that podcast with Aaron. That was fucking awful.
Oh, we did really bad.
I'm just going to say, I'm sorry, guys. Episode 24, the last episode, was the fucking worst episode. Lachlan, it was so bad.
It was bad, but it probably didn't help that me and Aaron were dogging
That was the fucking worst episode we've ever done. Yeah! We had to go back and put fucking Bazinga sound effects to censor ourselves.
What's wrong with Bazinga? It gives
It comes from the worst show in the world.
It does
it's the spawn of Satan.
Oh, so I was watching the new season of Big Bang.
Oh god.
And look, and like I was surprised because I expected a lot more from that.
No. Yeah, but the Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga!
No.
But no, I was
Bazinga.
I watched it and there was this one episode where Penny spots a comet and she wants, and then Raj puts his name on this like form to say that he discovered it, and Penny wants to be able to discover it, and there's this big feud that goes on, and watching. Liam.
What?
Liam.
Oh fuck. Big Bang Theory normie reference.
No, but just I'm gonna advise that
Yeah, but the plots have probably gotten so stupid. I remember I watched an episode.
Well, now everyone's married. Everyone's having kids. It's kind of like they're not gonna make much more when it
it's
comes
like
to
Zimbabwe. Hey Leonard, guess what? I stuck my dick on the exhaust pipe, and then we're gonna go play fucking Bitcoin. There was an episode about Bitcoin.
Hey.
They've become products of the time. Not that they already weren't in the first place, but they're so normie and predictable. They're so lifeless now. They're shallow. Mm. Just stupid, man.
Oh, I love it. And
what? Don't piss. Why do you pissy? Why do you have such stupid taste in movies? Not movies. It's TV shows sometimes. Come on.
What do you mean? I love In-Betweeners.
Oh, that's
and Game
fine.
of Thrones.
Yeah, and
Breaking Bad.
And Lucifer to an extent.
And Lucifer,
Luke
Cage. I'm almost finished season 2.
We got to talk about that shit. Yeah. If you don't mind. If you don't want to.
Yeah, we can keep going.
If you don't want to, that's fine. But I would love to. Have you Luke Cage was good? You enjoyed that?
Yes.
Yeah, as I said in an episode of Justin, the Marvel shows I find
Black Lightning. Have you seen any Black Lightning?
Is that the DC one?
No, it's
no, I haven't seen. I've seen Punisher. I've seen Jessica Jones. I've seen 2 seasons of Daredevil. But yeah, Marvel shows I find tend to be more entertaining for me at least than the movies, because the movies you got a short runtime. With a show you got a lot more like hours to fill in, like episodes and episodes and episodes instead of one solid big movie.
Yeah,
you've got mini movies every episode, and I like that a lot better because you can experiment more. You can go out your comfort zone. So I really enjoyed Luke Cage. I know other people don't. Iron Fist can go suck a dick. I'm not watching that shit again.
Oh,
even for a retrospective, to be honest. But Jessica Jones, Daredevil, fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one I like more, to be honest. Probably Daredevil. But yeah, as I was saying, Lucifer, how are you liking it?
Lucifer's good. It's probably the opposite of any other TV show I've seen before.
Well, do you dislike the repetitive nature? In a sense, it's
no.
Most episodes are like just a murder, solve a murder. But I like in the newer seasons, it's like, people can criticize it for being a bit more lighthearted. But like,
no, I'm not. No. I'm not criticizing because it's a bit repetitive.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against it. It's just it's a real.
But you got to acknowledge that fact is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The thing because I don't watch a lot of these kind of after death kind of TV shows, and it is a bit taunting at times.
I'm happy it doesn't pander. It explores different perspectives and shit though.
Yeah, it really does.
What is the plot of the show? We've got Lucifer Morningstar. He's actually the devil from hell. He's got sick of being watered into hell, so he's come to Earth to have some fun and fuck around. Because that's his personality. Lucifer is the charming, charismatic, upbeat guy who's constantly trying to sleep with women. But he also has a good side to him. He ends up caring about people like Chloe, even Maze to a certain extent, Dr. Linda and all that, and his brother Amenadiel. They make amends. He's an angel. And there's God has basically taken away their powers. They just solve murders and shit. It's a lot more complex than that. That's just a gross oversimplification of it. But I really like the direction it's heading.
No, I do. And
Controversial opinion, but that's just how I feel.
I hope they keep going with making more seasons because the way they're going at the moment.
Well, it was sad. Remember when I was raging a month ago because it got cancelled?
Yeah.
It got picked up. They're having an additional 10 episode, which the last episode had 20 something. So I'm a bit sad that as long as they do a 5th season as well, but. 10 episode season 4, that's coming. Netflix picked it up, so Lucifer's going to get a conclusion. Because season 3, I'm not going to spoil, but ended on a cliffhanger, yeah?
Okay, yes. Hold on, I haven't seen... hold on a second, I haven't seen season 3.
That's why I said I won't spoil
I'm just going to start season 3
so you finished season 1 and 2?
I finished season 2.
How do you feel about the season 2 ending?
I didn't... Because... I'm not sure. I wasn't really sure on how I felt about it because it was something that I probably wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Well, I was expecting because it's like, Mum, I'm taking you to this different dimension. Yeah. You can live out your days there. Well, I suppose she's a model, so she's not really living out days. But you're going to be in there and you can create a new family and live happily ever after by yourself.
I like shows like that aren't predictable.
Yeah,
I really
goddess
like
of
that.
creation. It's like, well, nobody's going to expect Lucifer to stab his mum on the fucking beach, obviously. Yeah. Because do you like the depiction of hell in it? I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's just like this Black Void, where it's just ground and darkness everywhere, and there's like personal hell doors everywhere. And I hope they explore heaven too. I want to see what that looks like. But yeah, it's a cool seeing concept like that. But they just don't explore enough of them. It's always like
I don't want to see what heaven looks like. I've seen it depicted in like
Supernatural's depiction of a sucked ass.
Yeah,
it's just personal heavens. It's like, come on, that's boring.
Yeah. Well, my ideal heaven is just strip clubs and booze.
Oh,
so,
you're edgy, aren't you?
Oh man, I'm gonna put some deodorant on because I stink like shit.
All right.
I stink, man.
Yeah. Lucifer, more or less pretty good, actually. You hear that? It's Piercy putting deodorant on his willy because he's stupid. And my dogs have started barking.
You still got that Jack Daniel's chocolate?
Yeah, from that little Asian shop, the Gook place that I mentioned earlier.
You thought they were going to steal it because they were checking our bags.
Yeah, I fucking remember. That was they let me into Supernova with Jack Daniel's chocolate. Oh, you're going to get drunk with chocolate. Anyway, I bought Jack Daniel's flavoured chocolate. It literally had Jack Daniel's in it. It wasn't flavoured. And I bought that from this little Asian candy shop that I fucking adore so much. Every time we go to Sydney, if I don't go there, I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied with our little day there. So, I'll go there. Ruby, shut up! Fucking dogs.
Bitch.
Anyway, I'll get some shit there, like Jolly Ranchers all the time. Some novelty shit. I got some Jack Daniel's chocolate. I'm getting the Jim Beam shit next time. There's literally little flavoured chocolate cans that I'm getting that have beer and shit in them. I'm happy about that. Little Corona shit. They have Fanta drinks that I swear you can't get the fucking flavour anywhere else.
No, you get
everywhere I go,
grape, blueberry.
It's either grape or regular Fanta, right? Everywhere in fucking Australia, I swear. Yeah. Corner shop, chip shop, fucking everywhere. Dapper Mall, fucking Warrawong Mall, every mall. That's not doxing.
You go to America.
That's really vague.
You go to America and it's the complete opposite. You've got
every fucking thing is like on the sidewalk, man. Have you seen the hot dogs? They're that fucking long.
Yeah.
The burgers, their portions are fucking massive. It's disgusting. I remember it's kind of like going to that Asian mall. What? They didn't just have regular Fanta and grape. They had that. They had peach flavour. They had mango flavour. They had fucking blueberry flavour, which it's the most heavenly thing in the fucking world. I can't oversell it enough.
They do very well considering they only have a small store too.
Yeah, I hope they don't get fucking shut down.
Nah. A lot like Dick Smith and,
Dick
Masters.
Smith.
Justin.
Those guys that got shut down. Don't trigger Justin. He'll flip his shit if he listens to this.
He loves his new job, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to dox him, but he loves it. I would say I love mine, but I don't really have a new job. I'm still stuck at fucking McDonald's again.
Hey, there's nothing.
Not at Bunnings anymore.
You put it down on that. McDonald's is probably one of the
when you're 18, you don't want to
popular
food. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's popular, and I get paid pretty well. In fact, I get less than desirable shifts or whatever. But you don't want to be working fucking fast food when you're 18. Like you must have hated that shit a year ago.
Okay, well, my first job was at Hungry Jack's, and it was fast food, and
yeah.
I think the hardest thing was when my first shift, they got me doing coffees, and I wasn't even a fucking barista. So it was one of those things where they get you to do it, and you kind of like have a bit of a brain fart and be like, oh, fuck.
Well, if they don't teach you, just be like, oh, fucking no, you teach me.
Well, they did teach me, but it was kind of like...
Oh, I don't remember it originally.
I teach you once, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I hate it when it's like, somebody shows you how to do something once, and then they're expected to just know forever. Because I have fucking awful memory sometimes. Sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse, whatever. But like I have.
How is it? In what point is it a blessing?
Well, sometimes I can remember really like convenient shit.
Oh, okay, right, gotcha.
I suppose right now because I'm comparing it. But true. It's like sometimes I can remember the exact recipe of a fucking Big Mac. But a minute I can't remember something simple. A minute later, where it's like, oh wait, which fucking slot does the chips go in? It's just gay sometimes.
Well, I have a question since you worked there. Do they still do the chicken Big Macs? McChicken?
Yeah, they've never stopped doing them.
I didn't, because I wouldn't see them advertised, so I assumed, oh shit, they must have got rid of them.
Get it without lettuce. Oh, fuck, with no lettuce. You get it without lettuce?
Don't make that iDubbbz reference, man.
2-year-old memes. I fucking love iDubbbz. Hey, that's pretty good.
Does he even have his own channel still?
Of course he does. He's still relevant. He still makes good shit.
Oh, I haven't seen him.
But he hasn't made a content cop since fucking October, which is fair enough. But come on, iDubbbz, one a year. That's like Colossal's crazy upload schedule. Like, you're fucking up, man.
Oh, man.
Did you enjoy fucking Max Mofo's content and all that shit?
Yes, yeah. No,
he hasn't uploaded a goddamn video in almost 2 years. His last video was Deadly Twisted 2, which I believe was October 22nd, maybe 21st. 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. It's fucking 2016. Like, come on, man, upload. He still uploads like on his second channel. Yeah. But that's all like Pokemon card openings and fucking around and skits.
You're probably gonna hate this, but one of my favorite YouTubers has got to be Marcus Dibble.
Oh,
I love
no,
Marcus
I like
Dibble.
Marcus Dibble. There are very few, and I'm saying very few points that make me annoyed.
Yeah. I like some
But
of
I
his
love his
earlier
content.
videos.
His content is great.
I
I love his newer ones. They're awesome.
Well, I haven't seen any of his newer ones.
I didn't like the Paul's call out that much because it was just kind of like...
Or the Jake Paul.
You can criticize him for going with the flow and just being another face in the crowd who's like, oh, look at Jake Paul, he's gay. Logan Paul, he's a douchebag. Yeah. You can say that, but like, fuck you. He's relevant. You can talk about him. I don't like Jake Paul or Logan Paul. I think they're douchebags.
I think everyone thinks they're douchebags. I think
they're just so obnoxious and egotistical, man.
Like
their egos are through the fucking roof. I'm the king of YouTube. I can do this. I'm above the law. What are those? Fuck off.
Isn't that what all famous people think, that they're above the law?
Yeah, a lot of them are very humble about it.
Yeah.
Well, none of them are above the law. Fuck right off. Settle down, Mel Gibson, Charlie Sheen, you know those assholes. Yeah. I'll go for another 5 minutes.
Alright, sweet, man.
Yay!
Right.
But yeah, some celebrities are fucking obnoxious, some are not. It's the kind of person down to, basically.
The Kardashians are a good example of obnoxious celebrities. No, but every time you see them in the media, they're either doing something illegal because they think they have the right just because they're famous.
I'm famous, I'm above you. Fuck off. Go to prison and get raped.
Like, I don't know if you know, but in one of Little Dicky's new songs...
Yeah, Kendall Jenner appeared Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday's an okay song.
She's not even a singer, don't put...
She's just fucking stupid. It's just like putting her in there for the sake of having someone famous in there.
You know, all she says is, I have a vagina. I'm Kendall Jenner.
That was cringe, man. That was so fucking cringe.
We know you have a vagina.
I'm beginning to feel like a rap girl, and I'm beginning to feel like a cringe god. That ruined the song. Like, oh no, the song is actually, you know, it's fine. I like it when a song tries to have a story. I don't care about it. It doesn't need it. It doesn't need it at all. Not an essential. You can have an amazing song, 10 out of 10 songs, 9 out of 10 songs, whatever, without story. I don't care. But it's funny. Like, Gorillaz touch on that a bit with their animation or whatever. Yeah. That's why I like Gorillaz so much, even if you disagree on it. Doesn't matter.
No, I like Gorillaz.
Yeah. But Lil Dicky, which I can't be fucked to go to the concert. I'm not paying.
Yeah, $80 for it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah. Probably not. But Lil Dicky, you know, his music's fine. The premise of the song is basically Lil Dicky wishes that he was a bit more famous, so he switches bodies with Chris Brown. He has, like, the perfect life, and then Chris Brown swaps with Lil Dicky, and he's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, you can relax. Oh, wait, I got responsibilities. You know, he does all that shit. He doesn't have responsibilities. Look at the idiot in real life. So, you know, they fuck around for a bit. They switch back, but at the end, there's, like, this little fun moment where it's like, yo, I'm going to switch again. I've switched to Ed Sheeran's body. Now I'm in DJ Khaled's body. And it's
kind of like Split.
I'm in Kendall Jenner's body. Oh my god, I'm a chick. I have a twat now.
I thought of Split as soon as I watched that. As soon as I was listening to the lyrics that was going on.
The Kardashians I have a problem with because they're just annoying. What have they done? They're famous for being famous.
They've had at least 4 seasons of the TV show.
Yeah, that is a really fucking stupid show that I don't...
It's kind of like a Jersey Shore remake.
Yeah, and Geordie Shore is crap, you know.
Because you got all these guys with big bodies and like...
The only good reality TV show is Viva La Bam. Mark my words, fuck you if you disagree. Anyway, it's like fucking weird because they're famous for doing basically jack shit. What, they post on Instagram, they marry Kanye West, one of them fucks an R&B singer.
Okay, I think you're forgetting one thing. They put their tits out. That's why they get the
but that's stupid. That's not a reason to be famous. And I'm not playing some SJW card. Mate, I'm not just buttering their ass.
Like that, I'll be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you've got a perfect body, you know, show off, get famous, fucking whatever. I mean, that's the only reason... I don't know, Chris Hemsworth is famous, besides he's an okay actor.
What do you mean?
Well, let's be honest, who's going to see fucking the Ghostbusters chick remake? It's got Chris Hemsworth in it, and
you know,
he's hot, so people
I think it was more to do with that. I think the fact that Bill Murray made a return.
No, it's just because it was the fucking feminist Ghostbusters, and that's why retards and normies saw it.
I like
I saw it, I just hated it.
See, I like Melissa McCartney. But she brought a cunty vibe to that movie. In my opinion. She's just boring
to me. I don't get her.
She doesn't change. I think best movie she's been in was Tammy. I really like Tammy.
I just didn't care. It looked like another fucking identity theft movie. Remember
that movie? That's why I watched it, because that kind of shit's funny, and they always put sex scenes in it.
It doesn't instantly make it good, you know what I mean?
It instantly does make it good. Why do you think I watched Trainwreck with Amy Schumer?
Because you hate yourself? Amy Schumer's the worst fucking bitch in existence?
No, because there was nothing else on TV, that's why.
But it was just fucking... stupid because Amy Schumer's an awful fucking actor, and all her comedy is just like I'm a chick vagina.
Not all of it, just most of it.
Yeah, say it. I dare you.
Bazinga. All right, I think we're gonna wrap that up now. Liam, is there anything else you wanted to talk about, man?
No.
Thank you
for joining us for episode
26.
Just make it a double revenue point. We made it. Alright, thanks for joining us for episode 25. at the Cockflip Podcast. See you next time. Hopefully without Piercy.